Hello everyone and welcome to World of Darkness News, a special Werewolf edition and special Gen Con edition. Today I am joining with guests who are going to join us straight from Gen Con. I am unfortunately not there, having this fear of missing out, so I decided that if anyone else wants to virtually Gen Con with me, we're going to do it for the call with folks who are behind Vampire the Masquerade, Milan Uprising, as well as Renegade. We're going to see what they've prepared, and there's some super cool stuff. One disclaimer though, Gen Con is already going on. There's already things happening in there, and Renegade has made this wonderful pyramids of some of our products, like for example, Were of the Apocalypse, as well as Hunter and the Hunted Rivals expansion. And these pyramids looked amazing when I was on the call, but they were being quickly destroyed by people taking more of the items to buy them. So unfortunately, I don't know if they will survive until the call, but you will see at least some of that. But in the meantime, we are going to start with a team that was guests on our stream just recently. You can check out the previous interviews on our YouTube, and with the great celebration that they are having right now on Gen Con. Let's see what the celebration is about. Vampire the Masquerade Milan Uprising is now funded in 400% for their GameFound campaign. This is, of course, not the end of the campaign. It's still going on, and more stretch goals are being unlocked as more people are backing. There's over 1,000 backers right now, and they're really smashing these goals, so it's amazing. I am going to soon call them and check out how they're doing there on Gen Con, but I want to for everyone to check out the GameFound page if you have a chance and see whether you would like to pledge early. The benefits of pledging early is that you will get the game early, and also it is discounted, so it is cheaper than it's going to be available later on in retail. What is Vampire the Masquerade Milan Uprising? Very quickly, if you haven't caught it earlier, this is a very interesting blend in between a digital and a physical board game. A board game which is powered through the power of technology and the app that basically you can use with your friends, even play online for the same board game, and save your process and be able to play it together with your friends this way, either in person or online. I'm going to check out whether our friends are waiting for us right now on Gen Con and whether we can see their booth. Let's see that very quickly. Hello, Paolo and Davide.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, I can hear you, and soon everyone will be able to see you. Unfortunately, I will need to ask Paolo to switch his phone from vertical to
Yes,
horizontal, to vertical position. Perfect. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Let's do it quickly. All right, let's see what we have in here. How is Gen Con?
It's crowded. There's a lot of people, as you can see. I mean, behind me is really, I don't know how many they are, but that's a good thing of having again the events live, of meeting a lot of people and having the opportunity to show the games and to share the experience and to feel the comments live as soon as they play.
This is amazing. Can you show us around
Yes.
your booth and let us know what can we see in there? That would be absolutely amazing.
So as you see from Paolo, who is, let's say, doing the cameraman
And I'm
now,
going to do a
this
little
is
bit of a mix in here very quickly to show more of you, because there we go. This is going to be better. Very quick switch, because our Google Meetup unfortunately got a little bit all over the place, but there we go. We can actually see things now. Perfect.
okay. So we have a display where people can see the details of all the miniatures and the map of Milan and all the allies and goals that we just recently unveiled during the campaign. And then we have in the booth a couple of tables where people can play the games on table. And of course, Milan Uprising is the protagonist there. And you see it's already fully booked for all the days, all the slots. And we are trying to squeeze people inside. You see here is, if you see the Paolo screen, here is a team who is playing right now. And they are playing a demo. So we try to run a demo in about 1 hour where people can experience firsthand the Vampire the Masquerade Milan Uprising gameplay. And then also it's good for us not only to showcase, but also to listen to their comments. Because for any crowdfunding campaign, the goal is also to develop the games together with the backers, let's say.
Of course. And I want to ask, what is the state of the game right now? Is it fully playable? Because I see that there are demos going on right now.
Yes, indeed. I mean, what we have here is a fully playable version of the game. Also because software-wise, the game is already full-featured. Mm-hmm. And all the hardware that you saw and that you see also in the crowdfunding campaign is already done. So all the sculptures, all the, let's say, hardware is already done. We just need to, let's say, make the molds and so on after the campaign. But concerning the gameplay, is feature complete. And after the campaign, we work on the contents that are also somehow influenced by the backers' comments and also backers' face, probably, as we already said the last interview that you kindly did with us. So here we have, I don't know how many dozens and dozens of players that will alternate during the day in various time slot to play the fully playable campaign.
This is awesome. Can you give me a little bit of a hint of what is the first reaction to the game that players have? What are the most common questions and the most common wows that they feel as they explore the game?
I would say that the comments are mainly going into direction. So one direction is about the system, because of course, being something so new, they want to understand how it works, how it's possible that they roll the dice wherever they want, and the game see the numbers, or the fact that they move the miniature and they hear the sounds and so on. So it is fascinating for them, something very new. But on the other side, what we love is that we luckily and probably have been able to represent in the proper way the lore of Vampire the Masquerade. So the fact they see how Camarilla rules, move, and influence the game, then there's the Inquisition and the Anarchs player trying to enter the city in a sneaky way and influence and investigate and inflame the city. So the good thing is that the feedbacks from the users is that they find in the game exactly the atmosphere of the world they want to explore. And that's for us a very, very positive and I would say not unexpected, but for sure something that we would have loved to receive, and that's what we get from them.
I'm super happy to hear that. And would you say that more people who are coming to your booth are people who know already what Vampire the Masquerade is? Or do you have some people who are like, what is that?
No, I mean, you know better than me that the IP is very well known, and most of them already know what it is. But the good thing is that we have also enthusiastic backers of our previous game that is not in the World of Darkness setting. So they are interested in seeing what's new on the system, and so they are going to try, buy, and the Vampire the Masquerade game. So we have a very small role, I would say, to introduce new people to the universe of Vampire, but mostly they know, appreciate, and love the setting.
That's great. And you did mention that a lot of, or all of the current sessions are already booked. So yes. If someone is on Gen Con right now and didn't book up for the section, can they actually come to your booth and what they can expect and experience by just visiting?
So we have two options. One is the fact that they can come and talk with us. Here we have mostly the main expert of the game. So we have the head of development, the head of design, Paolo, who is the lead designer and product owner, so they can talk with us and ask any curiosity they have. First. Second, the good thing is we have slots that are officially taking 2 hours each, but the gameplay usually lasts for about 1 hour. So what we try is also to, let's say, to squeeze some last minute visitors that want to try. So if they come, let's say every hour, who comes here, if they find the table that is ready or almost ready, then can try and experience the game. Maybe not the full experience of the demo, but at least half an hour or 45 minutes, they can try and almost finish the demo indeed.
That's amazing. And how long are you going to be there on Gen Con, and how long people can come and visit you?
So they can come here until Sunday included. We only know that Sunday the convention closed a little bit earlier. So until the afternoon, let's say of Sunday, they can come here and see, touch, experience, and talk with us. And they can find us in booth 1652. So 1652 is the number of the booth in the exhibition
1652.
hall.
Okay, that's
Yes.
perfect. Thank you so much, Paola. I won't be taking more of your time because I know that there's a lot of people piling up behind you that want to ask these questions. But congratulations for this awesome booth and the preview. I really hope that all of the games are going to go well. And I cannot wait to see more videos and photos from the convention and your opinion of how it went afterwards.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank
Thank you.
you. See you. Bye.
Bye. See you soon. Bye.
So that was Davide and Paolo from Milan Uprising team behind Vampire the Masquerade, a board game that is a physical and a digital product at the same time. A very first kind of a product that works this way. I really like, I'm not sure if you noticed on the video, they had the board game setup and there was a tablet in the background. We got a little bit deeper into the device setup that was promoted for this game as the best possible setup, which is the tablet and the phone. But of course, you can also play using just one phone if you prefer to. You can also have all of your players have phones in order to check out their exclusive secret events that are happening in the game. But it looked really cool on a table to have this like shared screen which shows you what is happening. So big kudos on that. And yeah, GameFound campaign is still going on, so if you want to back it and check it out, check out GameFound. The Milan Uprising campaign on the main page, and you should be able to see it. So let's go to more news. And of course, this What News wouldn't be the same without saying Werewolf the Apocalypse is now out for pre-ordering, folks. So those of you who pre-ordered the game should be able now to download. Yeah, it is either on your account in Renegade. You can check out your emails, so check out from Renegade, click around, find that downloading. If you have any problems, check out with Renegade support and Renegade Discord. They are going to be there with you. I pinned all of the links in our Discord as well. So if you are there, you can check out pins for Werewolf the Apocalypse and you can see everything. So yeah, check out the PDF. Let us know what you think. It's been such a long journey, and we did spend some time recently to, you know, like kind of have like a reminiscence of how it went from the beginning. What was the idea behind the book? Like went back to the roots. And we put some of that in the blog that we have published on worldofdarkness.com. If you haven't checked it out and you are interested in the background behind Werewolf the Apocalypse and how it went into the 5th edition, into the 21st century, I really recommend you to check it out. It is on worldofdarkness.com. Road to Werewolf is the name of the blog, and it details the general idea that we had behind making this book. I mean, we as the team, I didn't do that much on this book myself. I helped playtesting it though, so my contribution is there as a very, very avid playtester and someone who was cheering for this book from the very beginning. So I really hope that you like it. So far, I've spent a lot of time on Discord yesterday. I spent a lot of time everywhere on Reddit, on Twitter, like in all of the places online. And so far, I feel like you like it, which is so good. I'm super happy to hear it. I know that this is always a little bit of a kind of like a shake-up when you have a new edition releasing, especially for fans of the previous editions who play the previous editions and see the changes that happened, especially as this is considered to be a reboot. And also new players who maybe weren't that much into Werewolf before or just didn't know about it, now checking out this new book and being like, am I into this or not? And to see so many positive opinions has been really amazing. So thank you so much. Do share your feedback. Share your, if you find any errors, do share them as well on Discord. Let us know. You can also post it on social media if you don't use Discord. Send them to us directly. So we are going to definitely go through, checking out whether there's any like small mistakes. I've noticed there is one page reference that is wrong. So I'm already making a list. But please do let us know about what do you think about this book and who you want to play as and what kind of ideas for chronicles you have, because I would love to know all of your opinions when it comes to the dates, because that's important. Right now the book is available for pre-ordering folks in PDF. So if you pre-ordered the physical version, you can buy it. You can grab the PDF for free. The pre-orders are going to last up until the release, which is on August 31st. So you can still get that PDF for free if you order up until then. So don't worry, the PDF promo is still available. And also, Renegade sometimes prolongs it a little bit. So even if you're late for the August 31st, then you should be able to, like, a few days. It's fine. But it's not going to go on forever, for sure. So if you want a free PDF with your physical copy, then do consider pre-ordering as soon as you can. And the PDF general release for everyone to buy just the PDF if you don't want a physical copy because you are a glasswalker and you just want to Control F for your book, which is completely understandable. I do that too. Go for the date August 16th. That is going to be the date. In 2 weeks from now on, the book is going to be available for general sale for PDF on Renegade. So you can check it out then. So yeah, Werewolf the Apocalypse out now. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I really hope that you will enjoy this book. There's been a lot of love put into it, and the team behind it is really great. I do recommend to check out the credits section to see like a really cool, diverse, and awesome team that put this book together. And yeah, I hope that you will enjoy it. Let us know what you think, and let's jump into the next news. Vampire the Masquerade Swansong is going to be available on Nintendo Switch platform on September 28th. So if you haven't grabbed this one yet, or even if you did and you're looking for a second playthrough chance, I think it's going to be a pretty cool platform for this game. Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, if you haven't played it just yet, is a little bit like Detroit Become Human, a little bit like The Council. So it's a 3D investigative game with a lot of dialogue choices, with a lot of things that you can do, like find some clues, or maybe don't find them, go to some places, or maybe just go somewhere else. Talk like this in the dialogue, or maybe skip some dialogue options in order to get what you want in different ways. To discipline on someone, or maybe just try to be a good vampire who doesn't use dominate and presence on others. Whatever you want to do, this is going to affect the gameplay and is going to affect the choices in your game are going to affect the story. And there are multiple possible things that may happen in the game depending on what you do. I think games like that really work well on the portable platforms, and especially as it's not very action heavy. Sure, there are moments where you have to be very focused and quickly decide what you're gonna do, but I still think that this might be a cool platform to just play it on the bus, play it on the way to work, and enjoy it. If you haven't grabbed it yet, September 28th is the Nintendo Switch release, during which the game is going to be available. So far, it's also available on Steam. Originally, it released on Epic Store only, so for those of you who didn't want to use Epic and want to buy it on Steam, Steam is also available right now. You can check it out. And let's go to the next news. We have news from Demiplane and the Nexus platforms, Vampire Nexus and Hunter Nexus. First of all, Player's Guide is available on Vampire Nexus right now, and second, Lines Drawn in Blood is available on Hunter Nexus. Demiplane is this really cool virtual platform that allows you to not only use the virtual reader, which makes reading the books much easier. Again, if you're a Glasswalker or if you're a Nosferatu and you like that tech behind that basically helps you in traversing through the books and getting to the points you really want to find easier. But also it has a lot of some of the disciplines, some of the lore sheets, and basically quickly browse for the that interest you the most, as well as the platform that allows you to play with others and even storytell for others for a fee if you want to pursue the career of a professional storyteller. So there is a lot of things available on Demiplane's platform. I recommend you to check it out. And we also got some news. I know that some of you were asking about it every week on the What News. I was poking. And well, you probably know that for World of Darkness, a lot of things happen during the fall. That's just our tradition, and we've been cultivating it very, very much for the past 2 years. And this year, we're going to also cultivate the tradition of a lot of things happening during the autumn, and character creation tools will finally come to Demiplane during that time. So, for those of you waiting for those character creation tools who will allow you to finally create and save your characters easily, then the time is soon. We're going to be able to get through that. And now we do have some time to give you a little bit of a preview of something that released yesterday for the pre-orders. The Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. I want to just have a little glimpse of what we've prepared for you in this book. And yeah, if you haven't checked it out just yet, this might be interesting for you. Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. This is the PDF they have right in front of me. I'm not going to read the whole for you. I'm just going to give you some little nice heads ups and showcase you the book and especially the table of contents, so you can check out what the book contains, how many pages there are, just the general tidbits. So we're going to start though with this beginning. Gaia is dying. The ices melt while the seas swell. The heat rises while the forests wither. Extinction threatens millions in favor of the few. The Garou, warlike shapeshifters torn between rage and spirit, between wolf and man, and champions of the Earth Mother, have failed. The apocalypse is here. Yet a new generation of Garou now call upon the rage to confront the forces of destruction, avarice, and greed ravaging the Earth Mother. With tooth and claw, the Garou will wrest her from the brink of death, or follow her enemies to the grave. Will you answer their howl? What legends will the Garou sing of you? When will you rage? This is a really nice little heads up for the game. This is just okay. I like it. But let's get into it. A very quick look on the credits if you want to check it out. Who is behind the book? Really awesome team of just extremely diverse group of writers and artists and sensitivity consultants as well, which really helped us out with bringing this book to the 21st century. And yeah, just really happy to see this group. But yeah, here I am as a playtester. Hello. I playtested the game. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the playtest as well. But this is the table of contents, and this is what I wanted to show you today, because you should know what this book contains. I feel like the general layout and the way that the team designed this book was really to help you streamline some things, which might have been a little bit of a pain with, for example, Vampire the Masquerade. You've seen it already with Hunter, how character creation is streamlined and is made much easier. This is the same. So in Werewolf the Apocalypse, you can create your character very quickly. I feel like the logical continuation of the chapters just flows very well. One thing which was hard to do, and there's been a lot of like playtesting and making sure what is the best kind of a compromise we can do, was setting up the gifts and how gifts are set up in the book. Just because gifts are separated in between renown types, in between the tribes and auspices, there's a lot of separations going on. So the book has kind of like a compromise on this, and I assume that people might have a lot of little labels as you will make your characters and be like, okay, this is what I need from the gift section. But I know that some of you were really happy about the wiki for Vampire the Masquerade, helping you out with the lore sheets and with looking for the merits and flaws and other things which might just be separated in a lot of pages in the book. We are thinking about something similar for Werewolf. So just giving you a little heads up to help you, especially with gifts, because we know that there's a lot of them. We wanted to really give you a lot of powers to use as a werewolf, because werewolves are actionable and they do things and they wreck things and they have to have some ammo in order to fight for Gaia. So that was something that we were thinking through and really wanted to give you a lot. And we are going to help you out with browsing through them in the future digitally as well. So let's get through it. This is the introduction. Of course, welcome to a dying world. We have what do werewolves do? Sorry. Storytelling games and role playing, mature content warning, and the general lexicon, which is pretty short in this book. Then we have a world of darkness, which is interesting because this chapter details a world of darkness from the perspective of werewolves. So yes, of course, it is the general world of darkness that you may know from Hunter and from Vampire, but this in particular gives you the truth from the werewolf eyes, including the Umbra. Then we have being Garou, and that starts from the shadows of the past, auspices and tribes, what they are, becoming Garou. So how exactly do one become a Garou? Very vague in this book. So there is the first change, how it happened, or actually to whom it happens, is left vague. You can basically craft it depending on your character. You might be someone who never knew about werewolves before, who have completely like zero connection with the supernatural world, and suddenly your patron spirit chooses you, and that's how it all starts. But there might be some differences. Maybe you had a very distant relative who was just this very smart old man that looked at you and saw a potential in you. Maybe they gave a little bit of a whisper to their patron spirit, and so you suddenly go for your first change as well. So there's a lot of like potential theories of what might have happened with your character at first, which is a little bit different from the Embrace with vampires, where there's just there's a thing that happens and everyone knows how it happens, and there's one person responsible. Here, a little bit more open. Becoming Garou, there's a Garou culture, of course, with the litany that you may be aware of from the previous editions. In this book, it's not treated as the absolute law. It's more like older folks say that this is a thing. We don't necessarily believe it's a thing. So it's not treated necessarily as you have to act like that. Social structures as well, Harana and Hoglosk, which are key concepts in War of the Apocalypse 5th edition, similar to humanity and to despair a little bit in Hunter. These concepts are basically, instead of like one humanity meter, you have Harana on one side and Hoglosk on the other. The balance there is very important, and you have to maintain it in order to still have your character, basically, to still be able to fight for Gaia. Then we have auspices, 5 auspices, as everyone guessed probably. We have Ragabash Church, Fildox, Gaiard, and Arun. And then we have the tribes with their favor and ban. Each one of them has a favor and a ban, which is a little bit different than Bane from Vampire the Masquerade, if you are aware of that one. And of course, also the archetypes for each of them. So we have Black Furies, Bone Knowers, Children of Gaia, Gale Stalkers, Ghost Council, Glasswalkers, Heart Wardens, Red Talons, Shadow Lords, Silent Striders, and Silverfax. Some of them may be not known for those of you who played the Legacy editions. There are some renames here. So some of them are actually the renames and remade editions of, like continuations basically of like the concepts of the previous tribes, but build up. But if you are only aware of the previous edition tribes, do check out for sure the full descriptions of how the tribes function in this edition. Again, this is a reboot, so there is a lot of changes, and there's a lot of new concepts made here, mainly to partially separate the tribes from the cultures, and to not tie them specifically to geographical regions, so they can be from anywhere. Same with gender, same with who you were birthed as. It doesn't matter anymore. What matters is who are you chosen as, and also who do you choose to be, because changing a tribe is possible. So there's a lot of changes in here in order to make the tribes more universal, which of course doesn't mean that the game is separated from the cultural side of our world. And there's a lot of things in this book that drive very, very direct parallels to our world. The issues of unprivileged communities. You can read more about it in the Road to Werewolf journal, which we have on borderdarkness.com. So yeah, we have tribes, as you can see, plenty of pages there. Then we have characters. So why and who, attributes and skills. A lot of these are similar among the whole 5th edition. Also, if you want to get a little bit more information about the mechanics, like strictly mechanics on this game, you can check out expanded mechanics on worldofdarkness.com. In your account section, you can download the full document with the expanded mechanics that allows you to go deeper into things like diving, climbing, falling, and others. So we just share that document with the general mechanics free, so we don't take the space in the book for that. You can just check it out as a storyteller, especially. That might be useful for. We have merits and backgrounds. Then we have renown types, which are very important. Gifts and rights. There's a lot of. There's going to be a lot of them in there. Touchstones and how they work, as they work differently in Vampire Hunter and Werewolf. We have also Garou motivations, experience points progression. You get more experience in the game by default. Get in Vampire, but you also do not get experience at the character creation. So you create your character, unless your storyteller allows you to. Maybe you are an older werewolf, you know some more stuff, you get some experience, but by default you do not get points. Relationship maps. Then we have rules, including the ways of werewolf. So starting from this page, this is like specific stuff for werewolf, which is important. The rest of it is pretty much the rest of the 5. We have gifts, rights, and gear. There's a lot of that in here, as you can see. There's like 40 pages of gifts. We have rights, talismans as well, including the clave, which a lot of people were asking about. Is clave still a part of this game? Yes, it is. We have storytelling, which gives you the background on the story, on how to storytell the game, structuring the stories, and all that jazz. We also have the chapter 8, which is the whole chapter on the Umbra and the Spirit. The Umbra is a little bit functions a little bit differently. You cannot be in Umbra indefinitely. It's definitely super risky to be in. You may want to, if you want to like make Umbra specific chronicles, you might want to like maybe give a little bit more less of a penalty of being inside for your players. But there's the cosmological background here. We do have allies and antagonists from Spirits, Fomori, Pentex group, of course. Other werewolves and shapeshifters. So this is the part where you have Black Spiral Dancers and Cult of Fenris, Stargazers as well. So just making sure it's allies and antagonists chapter, which gives you the background on this one. You have supernaturally attuned, including vampires and weirder ones, werewolf hunters, and other common antagonists. There are also other shifters, stranger shifters. There we go. Here, if you want to read a little bit more about the others. We do have lore sheets, not a lot of them in this book, I believe 5, that you can browse, including an X-Get, or not Get anymore, X-Cult of Fenris, X-Black Spiral Dancer. And there is also Appendix 2, which details the Chronicle. This is the Chronicle I've playtested myself. It's really fun, really dark. It gets dark, so check it out, and check it out for all the themes there that might be potentially not cool for people at your table, that may contain animal abuse and cultish behaviors and that. So read it up. It's actually really fun, and I playtested it a lot, so I really hope that you will enjoy this one. And of course, advice for considerate play. Super important chapter that everyone should read. So yeah. All right, folks. I will jump very quickly to the interview with someone who has the physical copies of this book right now on the table, and I want to see whether we can see some of them. Let's see whether we can see some of them very quickly. We are going to connect from with Jordan from Renegade. Hello, Jordan. Can you hear me?
Hey, am I on? Cool. Hey, thanks for having me on. I just want to show you, this is the Renegade booth at Gen Con. So behind me is our World of Darkness section. We have a huge booth this year, and the World of Darkness section is massive. I'm gonna actually just flip this camera around, take you on a little tour here. So right here, we've got some cases showing off all of our wonderful games. Hunter the Reckoning was actually nominated for Best Rules at the Ennies this year, which is amazing.
Yes.
Of course, Werewolf is here. So
Yes.
there are actual physical copies. I'm holding it right now. I'm grabbing it. It's here. We've got a ton of them. So Werewolf is here. Of course, Hunter and Vampire. We've got Rivals and a new expansion, The Hunters and the Hunted. Another Ennies nomination for the expanded character sheet in the journals, rather. So yeah, this is just, this is the corner. Now let me take you a little bit inside. We've got a table set up here, more books underneath. Over here, we've got stacks of Werewolf the Apocalypse, tons of books here at Gen Con. We've already almost gone through one of these. People are coming out in force to get this book, so we are very excited. We've got a ton here, so if you're in Indy, you've got friends in Indy, send them out, get you a book early. And let me bring you over here. We've got some more fun stuff. Hunters and the Hunted, stack is getting real low. Got Rivals over here. And then this one's pretty cool. Just want to show this off real quick.
I think
This
I know what it
is, yep, this is the deluxe artifact edition of the Book of Nod. We're showing it off. This is the very first production copy in the world. We've got some stuff that's inside. We've got a content list right here. This will be posted later on the product page next week, showing off some things that you can actually get inside the crate. All pretty amazing. We're very excited for this. We actually sent out an update about this morning in terms of release. So yeah, but it's here, and we're very excited to have it at Gen Con, showing off a little preview of what's to come.
This is amazing. I am in awe of how big this booth is.
I know.
How big are we talking, meter-wise? Or
I think we did this year. It's 60 by 50. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's huge, and this is one corner of it, and then yeah, we've got 4 other corners with a bunch of different setups. But I'm hanging out over here because this is the coolest corner, if we're being honest, right?
So can you tell me very quickly, how's the reception? Like, how are people coming to the booth? Like, just tell me everything.
Sure. So yeah, it's been very busy this morning. This was the first day of Gen Con, the first day that attendees can actually come into the booth, get their games. So obviously the first thing that we saw was huge lines for Werewolf. A lot of people coming out wanting the book. We've actually got some content producers for World of Darkness hanging out here. There were a couple here earlier. I think they might have taken off, but we've been having kind of a little party here, just celebrating the release, or the early release rather, here at Gen Con.
I think I just saw Matthew Webb behind you somewhere. Yeah, he's standing right there.
Yeah, he's right there.
Can we say hi?
You want to say hi to WAD News real quick?
Hi!
Hi, it's Matt Stormacrow. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Matt. How are you doing? How do you enjoy Gen Con?
Let's see, I can't hear anything.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. The booth is great. Werewolf is great. I'm having a great time with it.
Amazing.
Awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun. So there's a lot of fun people out here. It's packed. It's super busy. I'm trying not to bump into people as I'm walking around. But yeah, if you're out in Indy, please come out. We're having fun. We want to see you here. Yeah, that's about it.
One last ask for you. Can we please ask you to check out one of the Werewolf books for us, open it, and show us how it looks inside? Because I love the paper, and I wanted to show it to people.
I can do that for you. Let me grab one, find an open space. All right, I'm gonna flip myself around again.
Okay.
Okay, Werewolf.
Yes.
And here we go.
Ah, I love it. It's so matte and so like natural.
It is. Yeah, it does not have that glossy sheen that you'll see in Vampire and Hunter. It's a much more natural, earthy feel, and it does not take away from the color whatsoever. The color in here is stark and vibrant. It's really cool. This is probably my favorite texture that I've seen in a TTRPG book ever. I don't know that I've seen this anywhere else, so it's really cool.
Oh no, I'm losing you a little bit, but I hope that we can get you back. Almost.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes,
Am
I
I
can
here?
hear you. I can hear you for sure. Just a little bit lower quality. One more question, Jordan. Do you have dice for Werewolf available on the site as well?
Yes, we do. We've got dice and dice bags. So right here is
Oh,
the Werewolf
yes.
dice set. Yep, and it comes with the form card set as well. And then I can find you some bags just over here.
Perfect.
We've also got
Oh,
bags.
no, the dice just dropped.
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
Perfect.
But
This
yep,
looks-
there's our bags.
This looks awesome. All right, Jordan, I won't be taking more of your time. Thank you so much for showing us around. I feel like I was on Gen Con now because of you.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We're very excited. So yeah, if anyone is out here, feel free to come on out and have a good time with us.
Sure, Jordan.
Thanks.
Have a good time. Please make sure to rest a lot
Thanks.
and, you know, don't overdo all
Will
of
do.
that. Are you up there
Thank
up
you.
until Sunday, or how long can people find you there?
Till Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be here till Sunday. And also worth noting, aside from Gen Con, is the PDF did just release yesterday for pre-order holders. So if you're not here and you really want to crack into the book, you can just pre-order it from our web store and you can get the PDF today. You'll get instant access on your web store account. So you do have that option too.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jordan. Have fun there.
Thanks.
And yeah, let's see you next week and get all the news from Gen Con. Can't wait from that.
Sounds good. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that was Jordan from Renegade, straight from Gen Con. Together before, we also had Paolo and Davide from Vampire the Masquerade Milan Uprising. So if you missed that, do check out the VOD. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, that's going to be all for today. If you're watching us on Twitch, do stick around for a little Q&A we're going to have at the very end. And I will see you next time. Do not get lost in the night. When will you rage? See you.